Hi, it's me again. I hope you are doing well on today. Just wanted to share a thought with you on this morning. As many of you know, I am a stutterer. I've stuttered all my life. My grandmother stuttered, my mother stuttered, and most of my life I allowed my stuttering to hinder me from pursuing everything that God really wanted me to do. There are many things that I pushed through, regardless of my speech, but there are times that I've allowed it to be a crutch in my life. But this morning, God had to take me back to Exodus, the fourth chapter. And many of you know that this is where Moses was speaking to God when God was calling him to go back to Egypt to free the children of Israel out of bondage. And Moses was giving God a lot of excuses. And one of the things that he said in Exodus 4 and 10 was that he was slow of speech and slow of tongue, as if God did not know who he was. But God had to remind him and ask him this question: who made man's tongue? So he had to remind Moses, I know how I made you. I know who you are, but I'm still calling you to do a great and mighty work. And regardless of his speech impediment, he was able to free millions of people from bondage. And so God had to remind me that in spite of the shortcomings that you think your speech is hindering you from doing, I've called you to decree and declare the word of God. It is funny that God will call someone with a speech impediment to preach the word. But when I get up and stand before the people of God, it is God speaking through me and not me myself. And I give him the praise and glory and honor. So why am I saying all of this to you? That regardless of what you are facing, regardless of any health issues, any physical issues, any financial issues, regardless of what you may be facing, God is still able to use you to decree, declare, and share the gospel of Christ. Someone needs to see and hear that you are pressing through whatever circumstances you are facing. And when they see that you are still being used by God, that will encourage them to seek the face of God as well. That will encourage them to get out of their feeling of inadequacy and pursue everything God has called them to do. So I'm just encouraging you today that this stutterer will decree and declare the word of God. Because as I have spoken before, only thing Moses needed was a stutter and a stick to do an amazing work for God. Be encouraged, and I'll talk with you again soon.